What's going on, LEGO fans? Welcome back. Alex here, bringing you update number 5 to creating this LEGO city. And the big update right now is, hey, I got blinds in. So the sun is no longer disfiguring or damaging my LEGO bricks. So that was a big, that was really nice to get that in. So it actually really brought the room, the whole basement together. It looks much nicer, not having to look out there into those window wells. So, all right. Well, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the progress so far. Probably doesn't look like I've got a lot done, but trust me, I've been hard at work this last week trying to get this thing done. I did ask for some feedback last time about creating some of the details in my train track, mainly these curves, right? Got a lot of great feedback. Thanks to all those who made some comments and even got some video feedback. It was awesome. Thank you very much. This is ultimately what I ended up doing. So I did make a change. Just was really not enjoying a lot of the gaps that were in the last update. So made some changes is what I went with. I still kept a lot of the tiling that is all through here, this front area, or I guess side area. I don't really know. But you can see the back there. I've got those curves out of the same pattern for all the turns basically. So right here, when you have the switch track go on, that's kind of when or where I ended it. And so yeah, it's okay. But it did give me a lot of tiling back, and that's going to allow me to further expand my sidewalk projects throughout the city. So it all worked out. So that's what I'm going with for now. So that being said, let me tell you the other big change that I have made, and that is moving the city forward by one plate. So last time I actually had everything back 10 inches, and there was a road plate going through here. I've moved it all forward, and that has allowed me to add another row of modulars behind this row right here. So right here, all these modulars now are facing each other, right? So down this road, we look down here, and we have modulars on both sides. Now, I don't really like doing that because in my mind, it makes me think that, well, you can't see the modulars. You want to be able to see these things. They're such pretty buildings, a lot of detail to them, and I thought that was kind of hiding them too much. But I mean, you still have this is still the front, right? You come over here. This is the front of the downtown area. Still looks really good. However, there's a lot of angles to the city now with now how the basement has been done. So if I go over here to this end of my basement, walk down here, and I turn around. And now I have a completely different view of the downtown area. So if I start walking this way, you can see both sides of it. So they face each other. They're not entirely hidden. They're still very visible based on where you're walking around. So worked out pretty good. So it was a good suggestion by a friend of mine who lives somewhat nearby me. So thanks, Gray, for that suggestion. It actually turned out pretty good. I had my doubts, but it actually worked out pretty good. So another update here is the airport shuttle station. This is the end of line station. Not sure if that's exactly how it's going to be configured, but I do like how the train or the tram goes between those two train tracks. So I'm going to keep that. It's kind of a good feature. I like it, and of course that feeds into the airport right here. So this is kind of an initial setup of the runway. So 3 small runways running alongside each other, and of course some areas right there to park your more dormant airplanes. I do not know if I'll be able to keep the space program over there, but it just seems like the most logical place to put it. But only time will tell if I will be able to keep it there. Another obvious change is the parking garage. I moved the parking garage over here. As many of you know, I had a 3-story parking garage. The configuration just wasn't working for me, so I was trying to make it work, and in doing so, it just kept falling apart. And I said, the heck with it, and just destroyed it and rebuilt it into a 2-level parking lot. And actually has a lot more space in it because you can see that it's actually 20 inches by 20 inches around there. And then, of course, I'll have the ramp on that side. So I'll show you more details on that at another time. Go on the other side of the city, and you can see that I've rotated my mocks around. So I've got my hospital right here. It's a building that I really didn't want to hide behind anything else. It needed to be at the front because there's so much good details to it, and you can see the interior of it pretty well. So I decided to move it right here so that you can still see a lot of that facade that it just looks good from the front there. So I want to make sure that was visible. And then of course, ending the blocks, the city blocks here is Cafe Corner and the Grand Emporium. I like that I have two of each of those sets to kind of round off the city blocks there. This area has really come together quite well. I really like it. I've created that crossing, that pedestrian crossing where the yellow is on that tiling, and just kind of cleaned up a lot of the sidewalks right here. So it's nice and clean. Well, it is on this side. On the other side, that's still a work in progress, right? I left this area open for tiling because I thought that'd be kind of a good place to put some booths, maybe where people pay their tickets for their long-term parking, perhaps something like that, maybe because of course this is an airport and people are going to be parking for a long time, right? So, but yeah, that looks pretty good. I kind of like that. Never seen this angle. That looks pretty cool. I like that. We'll see how that all comes out in the end. And of course, here finishing up these turns, there's the same decorative tiling going on, and kind of ran out of these 1x2s. So I'm not sure how this is all going to turn out, but a lot of it back here is not going to be very visible. So we come here to the back of all the modulars, right? And I wanted to keep this access point an area where I can come in between the tables. So this right here, this panel is actually, you can kind of see the cracks right here. Goes right there, and I think it stops right about right here. And actually, I think it actually goes right here. If I remember correctly, it's 20 inches, so it covers two plates. So I will recut it or cut a new one, so it'll actually hold up my my hospital, and this will be open right here and allow me to kind of stand in between these tables and do routine maintenance such as cleaning or moving things around, whatever the case might be. So this is the Avengers Tower's new spot. This is the front of it. So I'm going to make this new area here, create a lot of roads. Now the road plates, man, they just don't, I just wish Lego would just sell one road plate package together instead of mixing them up. Otherwise, I wouldn't have nearly even half of the X's that you see right there. Just so many of those. So that's just temporary, just to kind of just give me a marking of where the road plates are going to be when I get the road plates that I want in there. So that is how that's working out. But of course, it's sucking up a lot of road plates going around this city because I created kind of an outer road that goes around the whole entire city. It keeps all of the buildings inside, and that offers a lot of playability actually if you think about it. Kids run around here and they want to grab a car and drive it on the roads. Well, they can do that to some extent right here. This gas station, don't know if it's going to stay. I really want a gas station up here somewhere. I need a gas station in the downtown area. I'm not really, we'll see how this all goes. IKEA probably won't stay there. I think that's going to go in the residential area, but for now it's plopped right there. Let's take a look at this area right here. I'll create some areas right here, maybe even do a parking lot right there for the hospital in the back, create some little roads right there, and some parking spots and whatever. So, but yeah, here's another view of those modulars facing each other. I've not done this before. I don't think I have anyway. Not like this. So that's kind of a nice road that I've yet to name. And so there's all those modulars facing each other, and it did this kind of like a turn right here just to accommodate this beautiful Ghostbusters firehouse. I just love this thing. Looks like it's missing its sign, but we'll get that all fixed up here sooner or later. But Brick Bank is the most hidden modular right now, so that's kind of where I've got it right now. And we come here to the front yet again, and wanted to make sure that this new modular is in the front, so we can see that right next to Town Hall, and there is Town Square right there. And I've created a bit of a challenge for myself because now I don't have road plates right here to attach. It's just immediately going to have to go into some sort of ramp. I have a pretty good idea on how this is going to work, but still kind of in a planning stage right there. So we'll see how I deal with that. And obviously some areas to put some other buildings here. You can see on the other side I've used those, I think the bike shop and some other, I think the sandwich shop over there, a little burger joint. Whoops, I just ran into something here. Kind of just filler, right? Filler to make it look like it's not so, you got to do something with this land. Don't worry, we'll fill this up. Don't you worry. The last thing that you put in the city is the cars and the people. So that's going to really fill in the blanks so to speak. So let me back up here a little bit, and that is kind of where we're at right now, guys. I think once this is done, or once I'm pretty happy with what's going on up here, the rest of this is going to go pretty quick. I've got a really good idea about what's going to go on down here with all of these sets. So we'll still have a good lake. This lake will be filled back up. We'll reconfigure it, and it'll look really nice when we get there. Yes, I have these bridges. I will use these bridges, just not in the same form that I had in the previous city. And no, these Formula One cars will not be part of it. They are just temporarily parked here because I just don't have a spot for them quite yet. We'll see how this all works. But I had to clean up my desk because I was working on some stuff there. So that's where the desk is. And oh my goodness, hey, check it out. We have furniture in the basement. How about that? Came home from work one day and the wife had bought a futon. I was like, hey, it looks pretty cool. But I kind of wanted to put a table right here. But I guess I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller. I guess that's a compromise. But having a futon down here is okay. It's actually really nice down here, really cool. It's summertime right now, and it gets really hot upstairs, right? And you come down here, you're like, oh man, it is so nice and cool down here. And I even slept down here one night because I was so hot. And my goodness, it was really nice. Very pleasant. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just rambling now, guys. So I'll just kind of wrap this up. Let me know what you guys think of the new placement. I think I like this. I think this is going to work. I'll go ahead and just kind of fill in a little buildings here and there, and then get this other section moving because yeah, it's just it's bugging me. I got to get this done, but hey, it takes time. All right. Well, yeah. Again, let me know the feedback on this. I appreciate your feedback, but I definitely think I'm going to keep it like this for now. And again, you know what's going to happen is when the city is done, I'm going to rebuild it all. That's just kind of how you do it. All right. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for checking it out. We'll see you again in the very near future. Hopefully it doesn't take another week before I do another update. Hopefully we'll have some more fun stuff to actually show and some good, significant progress, right? So, all right. Thanks for checking out. We'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.